Hello, Management 570. Kenny Torrance here. Thank you for taking the time to review my performance improvement presentation that I have developed for William A. Hinton University, which is a pseudonym for the organization where I currently work. So, jumping right on into my PowerPoint here, slide number one is of course, my introduction slide. Slide number two is my table of contents. And slide number three gives a brief background on William A. Hinton University, which I have given the acronym WHU. And basically, WHU is a health and science university whose mission is to educate and train culturally competent health professionals and researchers that share its passion for eradicating health disparities in under-resourced communities. The university was named after William A. Hinton, who was a bacteriologist and pathologist. He was also the first African American professor at Harvard University who also had a passion for eradicating health disparities. The organization, the university, has been operating for over 50 years and manages a very impressive research portfolio. In fact, it is in the top 10 in terms of research dollars in health organizations across the U.S. So slide number four, we are just jumping into some of the challenges that I observed in my initial research. And the premier challenge and the purpose for this proposal is that the organization has an inefficient enterprise resource planning software and basically, or an ERP software, and basically that is um, a system for all of your back office operations. So it's for your accounting and finance, for your human resources, for your IT, and all of those departments. And basically, it integrates all of those business operations into one unified platform that is able to generate analysis reports and also accounting reports that are crucial to WHU, especially in terms of their research and the amount of research that they do. An ERP system is essential for them to be able to continue to go out and reach those grants and get those grants. But again, you have to have a good accounting process so that you are not receiving warnings and citations and things of that nature. And so that was the first thing. And then the second challenge is that due to lack of an ERP system, there are siloed behaviors in that employees are kind of doing things their own way. They're using, Microsoft Access, outdated versions of Microsoft Excel. Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Access, in order to complete their work. Because of this, there is no uniformity. There's no synergy because people are doing things the way that they want to do them, and that's most efficient for them. So slide number five, I just have here some reasons why WHU should invest in an ERP system. And the top reason is that they need to replace the outdated software that currently exists. Currently, the university does have a version of Microsoft Dynamics, or also known as Great Plains, but as noted on slide number four, it is outdated and it requires a lot of add-ons to be able to be fully integrated into the current technological environment. So that's a reason why WHU needs to invest in an ERP system. Slide number six is just my interview questions that I provided during my initial contact with employees at WHU. And again, here I'm just trying to get a better understanding or get employees' perception of the technological environment at WHU. Slide seven is just some of the background information on the respondents that responded to my initial questionnaire. And then slide number eight is just interview analyses of the initial questionnaire, and what I found here was that 3 out of 5 respondents noted or expressed that the technological systems at WHU were outdated, antiquated, old, and slow. Slide number 9 is just my as-is flowchart of the current accounting processes and how that's managed or how that's handled at the university. And the thing that I want to draw home here is that all of these activities are done manually. Again, they're done using Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Access, and again, when you are doing accounting, there is very little margin for error. And when employees have to conduct their work manually, you have an even larger error margin, and so margin of error. And so that's why WHU investing in an ERP system is urgent. Slide number 10, again, is just explaining what I've already went over in terms of employees doing things manually, silo behaviors in the current outdated ERP system. Slide number 11 is my organizational performance improvement survey that I placed on a Likert scale ranging from strongly disagree to strongly agree, and there are 8 questions there. Slide number 12 is just gives you some of the survey logistics, how I conducted the survey. Slide 13 and 14 provides background information, some demographic information for the employees that responded. And slide 15 is giving you here the plan. And so again, what I did first was I placed all of the responses to the questionnaire placed them on a Likert scale, and I used the information or the results of that to generate a histogram to give me an overall composite of how employees perceive the technological environment at WHU. And so what I did there was I combined strongly agree, or I added strongly disagree and disagree, and also strongly agree and agree to generate or to get an overall sense of dissatisfaction or satisfaction with the technological environment at WHU. So I omitted all of the neutral responses, and I kind of just wanted to get whether employees were satisfied or whether they were not satisfied, and able to be able to communicate that to the leaders at WHU. Slide number 16 again is my survey composite. Again, what I focused on here, and what you will see later, is I focused on questions 3, 6, and 8. Again, just to get a better sense of how employees felt about the technological environment at WHU. Slide 17 pertains to question number 8 on the survey, and over 92% of respondents felt that they had to be creative/innovative to complete their work. And what I want to draw home here is that, of course, creation and innovation is a part of every job, but in this context, this perception is partly responsible for the siloed behaviors, because individuals have to be creative and innovative. Is they're doing things their way or what's easiest for them, and it's not uniform across the board. And so you can have 2 people working in the same office that do things totally different ways, which is not healthy for the university. Slide 18 refers to question number 6, and it just demonstrates that 67% of respondents to my survey felt frustrated with the systems and software at the university. And so I'm going to skip down to slide number 20, and what I have devised here is a 2B flow chart. And what I want to draw home here is that all of these activities here are centralized into the ERP system. So whereas slide number slide 21, you see the as is versus the to be. Again, all of the activities on the as is are done manually. All of the activities on the to be are centralized, so where everyone can work on the same document, they can share it, they can extract reports, and so it just makes for a more efficient accounting process. And again, slide number 22, it just discusses some of the benefits of the to be versus the as is. And then slide 23, I am getting into my recommendations for WHU. So the first, of course, is that they invest in an ERP system. The second is that they create and communicate revised processes and protocols for accounting, budget management, and financial reports so that all employees are aware of the process. And question 3, leaders must evaluate current systems to make sure that when they purchase a new ERP system that it is able to fully integrate with the infrastructure that currently exists. Slide number 25, I am just again drawing home or emphasizing the fact that WHU needs to replace their ERP system. Why should WHU invest in an ERP system? Again, it's because it makes for a more efficient analysis and reports. It's going to make the employees work easier, and it will decrease some of the negative responses. Some of the citations and things of that nature in terms of grants that the university has received due to poor reporting. Slide number 27, I have provided the top 10 ERP software leaders. Again, so when WHU gets to the process where they have decided that they want to purchase a new system, I have provided suggestions for them that they can begin to vet. Slide 28 is my reference section, and it brings me to the conclusion of my presentation. Thank you so much for taking time to view this. I welcome any and all feedback that you may have. Thank you. God bless.